Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and today we're trying to find the angle of depression from a point P to a point T, and we have a blank page. Well, we have a blank page for a reason, and that is because I'm going to draw the problem, and as I draw the problem, I'm going to think about it. Now, this is a rough sketch of what you will have seen in the header. This is point P, that's a right angle, and that's a right angle. This is S, and in there is an angle of 20 degrees. Why am I writing percentages? My word. 20 degrees. Mind is not in the game today. That is 125 meters long, from there to there, which is point Q. And this is 98 meters. And the point we're concerned with is this, with respect to that. So, what do we need to know? Well, having drawn the thing, I've already established what it is that I'm going to need to know to find the angle of depression. Now, I need to explain that the angle of depression, this is kind of difficult to draw here, but the angle of depression will be that. If I were to take this out of its context, what we would have is we'd have something that looks like this: 98 meters, T, P is up here, and the angle of depression would be in there. That's what we're looking for. So if we can find this angle, we can find that angle, because angles of depression and elevation postulate that the lines that they run between are parallel. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we need something more than we've got. We certainly need to find this angle. In order to find this angle, we need to find the height of this. And we can do that using this triangle here, which I will again draw badly, and this time I will put a degree sign in there and not a percentage sign. Okay, so that's 125, and what we're looking for is that. We're in the tangent business. The tangent of 20 degrees is going to equal x over 125. Tan of 20 degrees is going to equal x over 125. I get that by just applying SOHCAHTOA, which you hopefully are familiar with. This gives you the three basic ratios for a right-angled triangle, and this is the one we're using. The tangent is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Okay, let's get ourselves some room to work. So, the tangent of 20 degrees is equal to x over 125. Now, what that means is that if we rearrange this, x is going to equal 125 times, that's a times sign, tan of 20. Now, how did I do that? Well, 125 is dividing on this side, so it multiplies on this side if I move it. So I get 125 times the tangent of 20 equals x, and I just choose to write it that way. Okay, so let's find the tangent of 20 and multiply it by 125. So, tangent button on the calculator, 20, that gives us a value, and I'm going to multiply that by 125, and that gives us 45.496. Look, we'll say that x is equal to 45.50 meters. This is about method more than accuracy, but I am, please note, going to keep all these decimals in the calculator. Now, I know that I can now find this angle here because I have 45.5 here, and I have 98 meters there. So I have two sides, I can find an angle. Okay, so we're still in the tangent business. The tangent of y is going to equal 45.50 and all its decimals divided by 98. So let's go to work. In order to do this on most calculators, you'd use the second function. So second function tan, and we would take all of those numbers, 45.49627,928 divided by opposite over adjacent, 98. Close the bracket, push go. We get 24 degrees. 24.90 degrees, we'll call it. Okay. Now, does that look right? Well, yes, it does. Because if this is 125 meters and this is roughly 45 meters and this is 20 degrees, then if we shorten the length down to 98, we're going to get a slightly larger angle in here, 24.9 degrees, as it turns out, using this working. Now, we have one more thing to do. What were we looking for? We were looking for the angle of depression, and we work that out with two very badly drawn parallel lines. We have the angle of elevation here, which is this, which is 24.9 degrees. The angle of depression will be exactly the same as that. So the angle of depression from point P to T is 24.90 degrees. That is our answer. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that all of the scrawl made some sense. I'm not the neatest of workers, I understand that. Thank you for your patience. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.